While Mum and Ellie were busily deciding my future, the treasure hunt was on again. And thanks to Horry, I knew what I was looking for this time too. Everything might have turned out differently if I just tried to see Ellie first. But when I got back from town, I just went straight to the tunnels. So in a way, I was asking for it.
I don't want to make you go. I want to make you see that it would be better for everybody else if you did. Don't you think you should go? Look, as hard as it's going to be and as much as it's going to hurt, it's still going to be a lot easier now than later. So whether we go or whether we stay, don't you think you should say goodbye?
I'll give him one day. I think Farrell will be here either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. And knowing him, he'll probably try some soppy ploy to get me back again. And do you know what I'm going to say? Have a guess. Imagine Farrell's just said, "Please, Dulcie, please marry me." What do you think I'm going to say?
Yes?
Never in a million years, I'm going to say.
Oh, well, what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing much. Have you seen Jools?
No, not for a while. I think he's probably trying to avoid us.
You really should supervise that boy more closely, you know. He's always out and about somewhere.
Well, it's not that bad. We're just in the bad books at the moment. Because he doesn't want to leave.
He might change his mind, David.
Who, Jools? Never.
He might.
Are you kidding?
Things might change.
What things?
Just things.
Me, I reckon he's going to stay stubborn. I can't think of anything that could possibly happen that would want to make him change his mind.
He just might, David. That's all I'm saying, all right? It's just a comment. You don't have to keep disagreeing with it.
Okay. Pardon me for dreaming.
Yeah, temper, darling.
Oh, shut up! I'm sorry, Dulcie. Really, I am. Dulcie, stop it. I didn't mean it. It's just that I'm not feeling...
Hey, what's wrong?
And now, this is it. We've finally got to the moment you've all been waiting for. Because while all this heavy emotional stuff was happening up top, I found the treasure. See, what Horatio had figured out was that 2 feet just meant 24 inches. And the arrow was a direction. And the scissors meant cut. And the girl was a lass. So, if you measured 2 feet to the right of the cross that was marked on Mad Farrell's map and dug around a bit, what you'd find was a cut lass, cutlass, which is an old sort of sword. Except this one wasn't just any cutlass. You see, before Sergeant Lockett had come to Australia, he was the Duke of Wellington's batman. And after the Battle of Waterloo, the Duke had given his batman his sword. So this was the treasure. It's a sword Mad Farrell nicked from your parents. If you give the okay, we can sell it for a mint.
The sword is yours.
Great. Let's go spread the good news.
Goodbye, Jules. I love you.
And that was the last time I saw Eleanor Lockett. Oh, it's a treasure. It should sell for tens of thousands, according to Horry. Why don't you call one of those auction places and see what they reckon? It belonged to the Duke of Wellington.
Blimey, right.
The Duke of Wellington? Well, where'd you find it?
In the tunnels.
Julian, wait. Are you okay?
Sure, why?
Well, if that thing really is worth that much, then we can stay here. Probably. I thought that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you happy?
Sure.
Oh, good. Well, as long as you're okay.
Right, thanks, Mum. Now, without Bridget and Dulcie around, Farrell found that life had gone sour. And even though he'd sold a second-hand stereo system that morning, not even the feel of nice, crisp banknotes could snap him out of his depression. It was the first time he'd ever been in the house without them.
It's not natural.
Unfortunately, he also knew what he'd have to do to rectify the situation.
I, Fergus, Finian, Farrell O'Farrell, take thee, Dulcie Bossy Boots, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, as long as we both shall live. And all my worldly goods I thee endow. Your sister's holding me to ransom.
Fine. Thanks for your help. Bye.
What'd they say?
Well, they said they'd set a reserve price of $50,000 to $60,000, but it's sure to sell for more.
Oh, congratulations!
I don't believe it. We can keep the place.
Oh, Bridget, why don't you go and tell Jules?
Oh, all right. Just think of all the exposure he'll get. Newspapers, radio, TV.
There won't be any of that.
Well, you can't deny him his moment in the spotlight.
Julian's big-headed enough as it is.
Well, that's just natural exuberance, isn't it, David?
Oh, don't drag me into this.
Don't try and tell me how to bring up my son.
Well, I was simply giving you some constructive criticism.
Well, any more of it and you can pack your bags and go.
Oh, that's right. Throw me out in my hour of need.
Ah, Dulce. I knew you'd be missing me, so I've decided to bite the bullet and ask you to marry me.
Never in a million years, Farrell. I wouldn't marry you if you were the last man on Earth.
Oh, don't be like that, Dulce.
Tell him to go Hayway.
Don't you dare.
Anna, come here. We can...
David?
Oh, come on, it's only Farrell.
You can hang on to your ring.
I was going to. How do I know you won't renege on me again?
Well, Bridget wants a mum.
If you want a surrogate mother for your children, take out an ad.
I wasn't doing it just for Bridget. I'd do anything to have you back.
I'd want the full white wedding. And that's not negotiable.
All right.
We're home and hose.
Shush. And a reception for 70 guests.
25.
50.
Done.
Now, about the marriage settlement.
Ain't love green?
I told Julian, but he... What's going on?
Go in and find out.
You're not getting a penny out of me, and that's final.
Guess who's going to be your new mummy? Oh, Dad!
I'm not your mummy.
Another one bites the dust.
Aren't we glad of it?
don't have to creep around.
I was too excited to sleep. I can't wait to hear what the experts have to say about that sword. If it is genuine and we get the money, do you still want to stay here?
Guess so.
Right. Well, that's settled.
What made you think I would want to stay?
Just checking. You found the treasure, so you should decide how the money's spent.
Mum,
Hmm?
can we make the help look like it did when the lockets lived here?
Jules, I should tell you I know about Elly. I spoke to her this morning.
This morning? What'd you say to her? Tell me!
I was trying to do what's best for you.
You didn't tell her to go.
Yes.
You told her to go. You did that. Get away. Jules, wait! Get away from him!
What's this, a consolation prize?
I want it back! Give it back to me!
Over the next couple of months, the sword was sold and renovations to make the helper guest house were finished. And bookings started flowing in.
Julian?
We were all one big happy family.
No. Breakfast is included in the tariff. Yes. What was the name again, please? How do you spell that?
And Farrell and Dulcie went ahead with their wedding too. The only hitch was finding a best man. But eventually Liam agreed to make the supreme sacrifice. He made sure everyone knew how he felt, though. But all I could think about was Elly and what I'd lost.
Absolutely ravishing, my dear.
Where's Julian?
Well, I don't know, but he's with you.
I just wish he'd forget.
He knows how to hold a grudge, doesn't he?
Farrell, take unto thee Dulcie Dixon as your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, sharing all your worldly goods.
Could we skip that bit?
Not unless you want me to leave you at the altar.
Thank you! Thank you! After you, my dear! After you!
Congratulations, my boy! Thanks. Oh, well.
So Liam finally made the grade.
Now, all nice and tight together. Move in, that's it. You don't stand in front. Right. Everybody, big smile.
You're being a bit antisocial, aren't you? What's got into you the past few months?
You know.
She must be some ghost if you're still this hung up on her.
You would have liked her.
Yeah. I think I would have. Anna did.
Huh.
She did, Jules. Now, look. I think it's about time I said a few words about all this. Particularly considering your mother's beginning to get really upset about it.
Well, she's the one...
Oi, shut up. I've got the floor at the moment, sport, okay?
Thank you. Now, I know it's not easy getting over broken relationships. But billions of other people have managed to do it, so it hardly falls into the impossible category either. And there's something else I want to say. Although your mother has been overprotective, she has always had your long-term happiness at heart. So, if I don't see you downstairs giving her a hug and a kiss within 5 minutes, then I have ways of making life uncomfortable for you. You get my drift?
I reckon it'll be his turn next.
Yes, well, if that should come to pass, you must do the catering, Anna.
Yeah.
Exactly. If a man can't wet his whistle, your fruit punch is a very palatable substitute. I could think of numerous ways to spice it up. Of course, the odd additive, that sort of thing. Nothing in enough quantity.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we do this first thing in the morning?
No, we've got our first guest arriving for
No, we
lunch.
can all get up and... No, I'll get up first thing tomorrow. I will. Sure. You feel like a bath?
Yes.
I'll draw you one.
It was Elly's favourite song. It's funny. Elly and I did so much together, and now I don't even have a photo of her.
Why don't you write a story?
Who'd believe me?
Who cares? Writing everything down will keep the memories fresh. And when you write a book about someone, they never die.
So that's how I came to be writing this book. Guess that's about it. It's still hard to believe Elly's gone for good.
Yes, this is what she said.
Look, can you give me a hand? I can't carry this.
All right.
Aren't old houses lovely? Wouldn't you like to live in a house like this?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be such a misery guts. Look at the views.
Sometimes I kid myself that if I close my eyes and count to 3...
Hello. I'm Eloise. Come to stay. Which is my room?